I played a character with cerebral palsy.
I've got me kids in the house! I've got me kids in the house!
I've shit myself in a taxi.
You are Scott.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for making me feel shit. Are you Finn from Have a Word? And I was like, not tonight. Not.
Oh.
Finally, someone has given Finn a platform.
This is why they don't give me the mic. I was in a stage production of High School Musical when I was...
Now it feels so contrived.
When I was 8. It was...
Who did you play?
A DJ.
That fat woman. I want to pop and lark and jam. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
You played a DJ, so not even like a main character.
No, because I was 8.
All right.
I was 8 years old.
Yeah, but
it was like a youth
theatre.
theatre. Yeah, it was youth theatre, but it was like 16-year-olds were the main guys.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance of getting, Gabriella. That was the role I wanted.
That's not plausible though, is it? A bunch of 16-year-olds at a disco with an 8-year-old DJ.
I was like the DJ's assistant.
Okay.
But I was a DJ. I had one line.
Go ahead, what was it?
That's like every DJ.
It was and then my name was Charlie. Oh. Yeah, it was.
What's that?
It was mental.
Every DJ's assistant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was, what was my line? I did a bad American accent. I can still do. It was with Charlie, the cute guy from East High, signing out, peeps. That was my line.
You know what? We had similar, like, when I was in primary school, I was in a production of Grease. It was called Grease the Early Years, right? And it was basically just a, like for like...
The prequel?
It was the same plot, but they just removed the teenage pregnancy. And there was a scooter race instead of a car race, right? And I had a similar like role. I was just the... You seen Grease?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a scene where like there's a high school dance and like a TV presenter comes in, and that was me. But instead of playing like the TV presenter, I was just Elvis. They just threw Elvis in Grease.
Did you do like a song?
I had the wig.
A song?
I was called no song, but I was called Mr. Elvis, and I just had one line.
Go on, do your Elvis voice. Do your Elvis voice.
And I had one line, and it was it was, "You ain't so bad yourself, lovely lady."
God.
I know.
Sounds like a GTA fucking... What are they called? The
side quest.
Yeah.
He's going to send you somewhere else.
Oh, remember me nan actually bought me a 30 quid Elvis wig, and I sat down on a bench in the shopping centre while she went in another shop, and I left the wig behind, and she bollocked me.
Shocking.
Fuming about it.
Primary school, I was Jesus in our play. In our Easter play.
The nativity? Were you the baby and the
No. I was the annoying kid in primary school, so I was all the lead roles. Nativity, Joseph.
Yeah.
The lead guy. The Easter play, Jesus. I fell over my tunic on the step as I was carrying the cross. I was carrying like a cardboard cross. I fell over my tunic.
Did you not have like an 8-year-old Jesus assistant to hold it?
No, I should have. And then we did a play a couple of years later. They were like, right, the Easter play's a bit tired now. We're going to do a kind of Easter adjacent play. So it was about the guy that helped Jesus carry the cross. I don't know the Bible very well. I think this is right. And he was called Simon.
Simon.
And that was me again.
Right.
Because they went, no, you're not having the lead role again. And then it got to 2 weeks before, and the kid that had got cast hadn't learned his lines. They were like, fine, go on, be a little show off.
Were you a talented actor, or were you just capable of remembering lines?
I was the only one that cared about, that wanted to
do it.
I love the attention. I'm still an attention whore. I don't think that's ever going to go away.
Loved.
No. Yeah.
That's in past tense.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any drama or anything like that?
I had lots of drama in my life, but it was usually my mum outside the house kicking off. That was about it. This is about as far as he went.
You fucking just remember. I witnessed a public altercation, and
With
I
my
completely
mum?
forgot about it. It was similar to what you've just described. I was parked at the dentist on Priory Road in Anfield. I was just parked outside it, nipped over the post office, came back, and this is like proper rough Anfield. It's not quite like where the stadium is. It's like an adjacent road. And I just get in my car ready to go, and then I hear screaming, and I look up, and it's like I had just front row seat, so I just stayed for a bit and just watched it kicking off. What?
I was just going to say, I love it, me.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a switch by my bedside. I turn it off. I call it my shithouse switch. And then I can look outside without being seen. Like, if my light's on in my bedroom.
Who doesn't love drama? That is,
I live for it.
everyone.
I was piecing
Sorry,
together
carry
the
on.
story. I was like, so basically, Girl sat outside her house. Another girl comes over on the kickoff saying, "Why have you snitched on my son?" And she's like, "I didn't say nothing. I've told you this in the WhatsApp group." And I'm just watching it like, what the fuck's happening here? And they're screaming and screaming. This is the sad part. 2 dead young little kids in their pajamas come at the window and they're looking out. So like this girl's got her like kids in the house and they're just watching this altercation between her and mum.
I don't know, they might have been the assistant.
Yeah.
You never know. You're just making assumptions.
The woman who's out there starts screaming like, "What are you doing? You've lost the plot. I've got me kids in the house. I've got me kids in the house." And then she just fucking, the woman who's leaning over spits in her face. Golly's right
He's
in her face.
really got into this role, hasn't he?
He's got method.
Golly's in her face, spits in her face. And she just had a couple. She went, "Are you fucking joking?" Picked up a glass of water and just swilled it. And then I was like, right, I don't know whether I should carry on being here or not. I feel like I need to leave now. And then I just looked to the right and there's someone else watching it at the end of the street with the phone out. Person on the front's going like, "Stop fucking recording now. Stop fucking recording now." And I just thought, I'm getting out of here.
I would love to know what the people next door think is going on. During that bit.
It looks like we've pulled you in just so we can scream at you to get our children back. But it's like, why did you steal them in the first place?
Yeah.
We'll be like, "Oh, that guy from Have a Word's really weird. He stole children."
They do not know who we are.
You really got into the role well. Did you do
Yeah.
drama in school? Obviously, you mentioned
Clearly.
before, but it
No,
felt
but
like you were very...
No, genuinely, I have a good memory and I was reliving the moment. I was just possessed by the character. I didn't
That
really
is
do drama.
Stanislavski. That's the method.
Is
That's
it? Yeah.
method acting. You've got to take yourself back to a
just
point
channeled
in
myself.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in
Did you do proper?
Yeah, I was an annoying
character?
drama kid. Yeah, I did it up to... I went to uni to do drama and then changed my mind as soon as I got there. I was like, no, I hate all the people associated with drama and anything to do with it. But yeah. GCSE, I played... I've mentioned this before and got funny looks. I regret this. I was too young to know. I played a character with cerebral palsy.
It's just that line from Tropic Thunder that I don't want to repeat. Like Simple Jack. Did you go full?
I went
method?
for it. I got an A star. I got a full marks in my exam. But, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I was 16. So I was 16. So what's that? That's like 7 years ago. Times have changed. My teacher encouraged me to do it. She was like, I was doing a voice in class.
But like, when you do your exam...
And she went, yes.
Could you give us a... Joe, how you
No,
remembered the
no,
line
no,
from that
no,
primary
no,
school one?
no.
Could you give us a demo?
Oh, no, I can't remember it anymore.
But like, when you're in school, I know from
Bullshit.
experience that if you're a bit of a, you know, if you were one of the children that had learning difficulties, then you would get, you know, special treatment in your exams. But what if your exam is to pretend to be one? Is that how you got
saying I
that?
got special
Did
treatment?
you get
They
extra
thought
time in
that
your
I was so
drama
good.
exam?
They
Yeah,
thought
so
I was
good.
special needs. Possibly, but there was a cerebral palsy girl watching.
Yeah, that's the
our
big
exam.
argument at the minute, isn't it? It's like, why have they put somebody in a fat suit to play the role of Matilda? Well, not Matilda, but like
I
in
get what you're
Matilda.
saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did they make you act like you've got cerebral palsy?
There was-
and just make the guy with fucking cerebral palsy watch you?
Well, they might not have an interest in acting though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get the need for representation. I understand that's important, but at the end of the day, like,
They couldn't deliver the lines for shit.
I never had the balls, mate. I always wanted to do drama and stuff, but I remember the first time I decided, because I did that in primary school and stuff. I remember going in like year 8 to audition for like Wizard of Oz or something, and I'd done no prep. I was like, I want to be in a school play, and I went into the room where everyone was there, and there was just so many people there, and I just absolutely shit out and just did a U-turn and never did anything like
But
that.
then you've ended up kind of doing a performance
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
And you
That
really-
That was so pointed.
If
then.
you wanna call
You've
it that.
kind of, like, I've
Yeah.
sort of seen you. It's something that you do. I know you do
You're trying.
something.
You're trying your
like,
best.
It's honestly, it's so enlightening to just watch someone try to live their dream. Like, you are trying, but
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Though, like, there's some elements of kind of acting in stand-up, definitely.
I don't.
No,
Yeah, but it's more like I'm just playing an exaggerated version of myself.
but it's
You know
still
what I
a
mean?
character, isn't it?
So, kind of.
I was
but
doing that in the cerebral palsy thing.
an exaggerated version of yourself.
Don't
We'll
worry
cut
about
that. I've got a full-time job. I want Let's cut.
you're such a shithouse. Why say it if you're not going to stand by it?
I just like making edit points for you, but no, keep it in. I was.
We do that. We
It was
do
a joke.
look at me, and it's Carl. So if you say look at me, cut to you.
What?
No? Say, look at me.
Look at me.
Then you've got a clean cut, and you go again.
That's clever, actually. Fucking pros here. Where was that level of professionalism when you were trying to replace the shock mounts before?
I can't. I've got no comment. Like, I can't do manual labour.
Talking over the edit point and talking about how great the edit point is sort of negates the edit point.
I don't mind. I don't mind it being kept in.
But now we do have to cut something, though, don't we?
We'll cut it.
Like, something has to be cut.
Let's maintain my. Do you want to just cut me out the episode?
Yeah, how you doing, Finn? Good to see you. Look at me. Look at me. Look right at me.
Look to the eyes. Look to the eyes.
You're under.
Well, yeah, do you really think it is? Like, I've never considered it as like acting or anything like that. I can't.
There's definitely a level of it. Definitely.
I suppose.
And it's also, people cross over, don't they? There's loads of comedians that do acting, and then the other way around doesn't tend to work as well. Do you know, actors that have kind of tried stand up, I don't think it works as well.
I've had actors say to me,
I
knew that's where my brain went as well. I've had actors say to me like that they think I'm brave for doing stand up because they couldn't imagine like I'm a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
No, but like that they couldn't imagine being on their own, Joe, because they've got like
it's an alien thing, isn't it? Performing is a very alien thing to anyone that doesn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just
you get to hide behind music though. Like I did
behind it.
What do you mean? I'm not it, like, to pretend you've got a fucking personality. You know what I mean? Like,
to be
fair, to hide behind it.
You get to like practice at home and then perform. We like when you're figuring out a bit, it's like writing the song in real time on stage. Do you know what I mean?
I can't remember who it was that said it, but someone was like, Chris Martin never went on stage and was like, it was all blue. No. It was all green. No, okay. It was all yellow. Hey! Okay, that's the one. Like that's someone tried to compare.
Yeah, there's a slight difference in that, but in terms of just the performing side of it, it's definitely something that's just kind of, I don't know, it's intrinsic in me. Like I was just born being a little show off.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the same for you guys.
I did like a corporate festival. It was a terrible gig. And I didn't know it was a corporate. I was like missold the corporate essentially.
Yeah.
Like, they sort of just like, oh, do you want to come and do 20 minutes? And I was like, yeah, sound. And I went down. It was for like property developers who had put on as part of like a tax write-off thing. They put on like their own mini festival. So like a big tent and everything. Long story short, she tried to get people into like the tent where the comedy was going to be. I use comedy very loosely. And she just couldn't at all. And I was like, well, I'm doubling with another gig in town. Like it's got to be like now or never. She's like, well, you'll just have to go on when there's no one there. I was like, that's not how it works. And she was like, well, I'm a singer. I've performed to empty rooms before. I was like, yeah, because you don't rely on audience feedback. Like, I can't be stood there like, who's drinking? Like, and then like fucking not end up having anyone to respond to.
Yeah, I wanted to sort of ask about that with like being a musician. There's times where obviously all the focus is on you doing a gig. Then there's other times where it's like you're adding to the night, but it's like background. Like
yeah. There is in terms of like in a bar doing covers.
So do you enjoy that as much? Or is
I
that just
always,
kind of like a bit of
in a very egotistical way, going. By the end, they're gonna love me. I'm gonna make them love me, and if I don't, then I come away going, could have done a bit better in terms of that. But I try and get them on board by the end and be up and dancing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nice sometimes. I get to do more of the stuff I like when there's no pressure to be
perform
rowdy. Yeah, so I can do like more of my own tunes and stuff. Whereas if it's like Saturday night, 10 o'clock, a bar that want you to be set in the mood, you've got to kind of do the fucking Don't Look Back in Anger and Mr. Brightside and stuff like that.
So hacky, isn't it? That's the hacky songs that everyone always wants.
Yeah.
Makes me feel sad. Oh, it's the last song of the night. What we're going to do? Take That. We're going to do Take That again, because that wasn't boring last week either.
I don't do any Take That. I refuse. I've got some very little integrity, but I've got a little bit. I refuse to do Sweet Caroline. I've never done Sweet Caroline.
I swear you did Sweet Caroline at the live show.
Huh?
Which song did you do at the live show then?
Which one? Blind Date?
Yeah.
The Arena? We've not done the Arena yet.
No, but like...
At the Blind Date, I did Islands in the Stream.
Oh, I thought you did...
You've proper upset him. Did you see how defensive he got?
Don't you dare.
Never
dare.
Question his artistic.
Yeah,
that's what we want. We want the real Finn to come out. You sit behind the fucking mic and have a word. You don't get enough mic time, by the way. Don't want to stir the pot.
Well, I'm not as funny as the other guys, to be honest.
Oh, it broke my heart. That grow up. My God. But yeah, you're always the sweet boy that everyone thinks. So we want to find the real you. We want to bring you on here, and we want to find the real you. We want to find what makes you sad.
I think the kind of sad truth is that I'm just kind of just chilled, just sweet. I try and just be nice. Not so much. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've cut down a lot.
Yeah,
not to get all serious, but yeah.
Oh wow, you're going through some shit.
Yeah. You know.
Okay, let's move on. Look at me.
What's the worst thing you've ever done? Sold. I don't know what I was going to be. Don't even know. Go on.
I thought you were going to be like sold PPI.
Yeah.
Have you ever do you know, obviously we have gigs where we bomb Aaron more so than me.
Yeah.
What's that like? I've never seen like a singer-songwriter at a bar or something. Or a band. I've never seen a band bomb. What's that like?
I had one on Friday.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, I had one on Friday. It was like a lot of different reasons.
You had to do Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. And I just walked out. I walked out. It was a lot of different things. So it started off, they were like, there's an in-house PA system. So I was like, sound, I'll just set up my pedals that I've got and I'll be sound. And then
you want to BMX? I can't help it.
Words. And then 3 songs in, a guy, because I had my monitors in like I was Madonna. So I just had my little in-ears in.
Do you have like proper?
I do for when I can't hear it. If I've got my
monitors?
stuff, I can normally hear it. But I had like monitors in, so I couldn't hear anything. So I'm sounding great in my ears because it's just sounding normal.
Yeah.
And then a guy comes up to me and goes, "Do you know that it's really, really tinny?" I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake." Went out. I was like, okay, I brought one speaker with me, ran back. I'd lost them at that point because I'd had to stop and go, guys, I'll be 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
So
what type of gig was it? Sorry, mate. Was it like where they're focused on you or?
No, it was a bar.
Yeah.
It was a bar, but I lost them at that point.
Okay.
I went back. I brought one speaker with me, set that up, 2 chords into the first song with the new speakers. I was like, right, I can get them back. I played Sweet Child of Mine. I was like, okay, I'll bring one of the big guns out. She's got us about string broke immediately.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm like, okay.
I love this.
1 minute. 1 minute is horrible. Yeah.
It's the best. So we've spoke about this before where like there's nothing better than seeing one of your mates have a fucking shit time on stage. I feel like we're mates now and I'm just reliving this in my mind, what happened to you, and I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I brought another guitar with me. So I'm quickly, right, 2 minutes, guys, just 1 minute.
How often does this happen that you have 4 of everything in the van?
Oh, yeah. I always take 2 guitars. That was because one time I broke 3 strings in one set, and I was like, "This can't happen again."
3 strings?
Yeah, I think
That's a 50% break rate.
I think I don't play the
2 of them
guitar
were
right.
G strings after he fucking nailed the gig. You know what I mean?
I need him with me just in case something goes wrong. Just be my hype man in the middle. And then I was so panicked. I started playing the song in the wrong key, completely flat. I was like,
oh, lad.
And at that point, do you get like sweaty when you get?
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, like the mouth just dries up.
Yeah. So I got really. So then I started in the wrong key. I was like, I was just like, I was ready to walk, like done, but I was 20 minutes into a 3 hours of gig.
Oh, lad.
So, and then at the first,
3 hours.
Well, it's like broken up into.
I was gonna say, holy shit.
No, it's that one was was a long one. Normally it's 2:45s,
right,
which is fine.
But
at the break, I'm like, cheers, thank you very much. I'll be back on in 10 minutes. Turn my thing off. I walk off, and someone comes up to me. This isn't a frequent occurrence. Someone comes up to me and goes, "Sorry, mate, are you Finn from Have a Word?" And I was like, "Not tonight, not."
Oh my God!
Not tonight.
Oh my God! That is absolutely minging.
So yeah, stinkers do happen.
Oh, but now people know who you are as well.
Yeah, that's what made it worse. Normally I was just the anonymous fat kid that was just playing the guitar in the corner. That was fine. Now there's the odd person at a gig who knows who I am, so there's a bit of...
Because that's the beauty of a bomb too, is that you can go, none of these fucking people know the fuck are going to see me again, but you don't have that.
Yeah.
I gigged with Hutchie a few weeks back. It was a couple of months ago now. And we had 2 gigs in one night, and the second one, there was like 6 or 7 people coming because they'd seen him on Have a Word, they'd seen him on Hot Water's Green Room, they knew him, they were fans of him. And when he posted his gig list, they were like, where the fuck's this gig? Would definitely come in. They've all come down. He had one of the worst deaths he's had in 5 years by his own admission.
You're a sick fuck. Look at the pleasure on your face.
Would that be any... Imagine Callum Oakley had the same death. Would Hutchie sit there and be like, fucking, I felt so bad for our Callum the other day? Like,
exactly.
It's the best, isn't it?
Just material didn't work, or...
They were just not into it at all, man. And these lads had come over to him before his set. It was like, we're the ones that message you, we come down to see it. And then they didn't approach him at all afterwards. And like what you're saying, now that you're recognisable, like me and him are obviously coming up through the ranks, we're figuring our shit out. If we do have a tough one, it's no big deal. No one knows who we are. But when people have come down to see you, that's...
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't come to see you, but like you say, you're recognisable now. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And then the worst bit is I'm playing there on Friday again. I'd never played there before. They'd booked me on the one-off. I was like, this is the worst gig I've had for 3 or 4 years. And then I had to be like, yeah, I'll see it. I'll take the money. Yeah, give me the cash. Cheers. See you next Friday. Yeah. For the same again. Sound.
Just have to reconfirm it, yeah.
Were they fuming? Or
no, because I think it was kind of understandable because it was their PA system's fault.
Right.
And then I'd luckily brought the backup. If I hadn't, I'd have just had to like pull it.
Have you ever seen that video of BB King where he breaks a string on stage and he doesn't even break a sweat? He's carrying on singing. He's playing the strings that are left on the guitar. He pulls one out. He re-strings the guitar.
I can't re-string it. I will pull a string out if I'm mid-song and it's kind of I can get away with it. I will just pull a string out.
Pull it out and then just go for it.
Yeah, just carry on going.
That's mad.
And hope people don't notice.
I do that with the XLR cable and the mic sometimes. It's really bad. It's like, I'm still going to be here because I've got 20 minutes, but you don't have to listen to me. I'll just fucking take that out.
Pro move.
Yeah.
Pro move.
Do you ever when you first started, did you have a set style that you wanted to achieve? You know the way they say that comics when they start out, they kind of mimic their favourite comedian until they start getting their own voice. Was there a process like that?
No one will know what we're talking about, so they just think we're laughing at a shit joke. But,
yeah, but that's the best type of joke.
Yeah,
it's an in joke.
Yeah. I started off with my mate.
Wearing meat next week. Fuck you, shagging Bradley Cooper.
I'll take that one over the meat.
I'd watch. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the weird one. All right, go on.
Yeah.
I started off as like I could still just get away with the guitar. It's more. I'd say I'm more a singer than a guitar player.
Okay.
Like, so my mate used to play the guitar with me. We started off as a duo, and looking back, I don't know why anyone let us do any gigs because I was going through a phase where I was like, I didn't like my voice, so I was putting on, do you know, like the kind of James Blunt, Diana, like doing singing like that. I was singing like that, and I watch it back now, and it makes me wince. I've deleted as much as I can off the internet. So I didn't.
That suggests there's still some out there. So go looking for it.
Why do you fucking?
I always look at the camera. That's not on me.
You.
Yeah. You get a free car.
But no. I think it's. I don't know if it's different to comedy. I don't know how much kind of crossover there is, but I'd say I'm still figuring out what my style is.
Yeah.
Because it's not at the minute. I'm not making the music that I listen to. Like my favorite band are Oasis. And I will listen.
You basic bitch.
I know.
That's such a fucking. Oh yeah, mine's the Beatles. Do you know what I mean? It's just a fucking basic choice.
The Beatles are your favourite as well, aren't they? He's got a fucking Beatles tattoo.
Don't get me wrong. The Beatles are boss. They are.
Why are you backtracking? You're such a shit house. What's he gonna do? We'll batter him.
But then I will also listen to and go to a Nigerian funk musician.
Yeah, to be fair, I've seen your stories. You do have quite an eclectic taste.
I'll listen to anything. My playlists are kind of all over the shop. So that's what I will primarily listen to. And for a few years, all the songs I was writing were sounding like Noel Gallagher. So I had to kind of try and come away from that. And I'm not sure what the new single sounds like. I don't know. I think it's the one that sounds the most like what I want to sound like, but I'm not sure if it's quite... Yeah.
Isn't that a good thing though? Like,
yeah, I think so. It's all working out, isn't it?
There's that Bowie quote, isn't there, where David Bowie, where he said like, if you.
Oh, I was thinking of the other one, the other Bowie. You said it's that Bowie quote, David Bowie.
Is he always like this?
Yeah,
I don't know how you cope.
I just let it roll off me, lads. Yeah, there's that David Bowie quote where he's basically like saying that if you're doing anything creative, when you're in that point where you feel like you can't quite touch you're in the water and you can't quite touch the bottom and you don't quite know what's going to happen and you feel like everything could go wrong, that's the best place to be. Because if you're not doing that, then you just play into the crowd, and that's the worst thing to do. And I think that's like good advice. Not that you need it, but
thanks.
It's definitely like that with stand-up though. Like you get so many comics that just when they start out, they mimic their favourite comic. Like I was really bad for hitting the mic off my leg, like Andrew Schultz does, because I just watched so much of his stuff, and I'm like, why am I doing that? And I'm like, every so often I still do it. Every so often I still do it. I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like it's just so I hate it. It's disgusting. But also you try and be like I can't pull off his style. But when I started, I was writing bits that were like sort of similar to the stuff that he would do, and I'm just like I know what you're saying. Like when you start out, you do end up mimicking somebody, and you try not to.
In terms of like, here's a question for you two. Flip it.
Go ahead.
So in music, there's not really like when there's new music, it's never new, if you know what I mean. You can kind of work out where the influences are coming from, and they're like 3 or 4 influences merged together to make a new sound. Is that the same with stand-up, or do you still see fresh people coming out where you're like, oh, I've never seen anyone like that at all?
You get it a lot, but then there is still a lot of the like James Acaster wannabes and stuff that are on there. Yeah, but you do sort of every so often you will see somebody that's like he's a bit different. But I've not done it long enough to be like, it's a better question for Dan. Do you know what I mean? Not even Adam, but Dan. Who's like come up and he's for 25 years nearly or whatever. But we've not done it long enough to be able to. I've not seen that many people come up. Do you know what I mean? I'm not seeing that many new people.
One thing I find when I'm seeing people at our level and that is like I'm always the most impressed, and I always enjoy the acts who are like who are further away from what I feel like I do. And I don't quite know what I do yet. Like Aaron said, we're still at that stage. But when someone does something like completely different, I find it so much funnier because I'm like, I just, my brain doesn't work that way. Yeah. So like one of our mates, a guy who makes me laugh loads, like every single gig we do together, even if I've seen his bits before, I'll be laughing, is a guy called Carl Porter, because he's so physical and I'm not like that. It's just in life in general. I don't really like to fucking move much. But is it like that with music as well?
I get. By the way, I just want to say, I could see before you're trying to get it in there before.
No, I leave a lot of them now. I let a lot of them hang, but he's just become so susceptible to them that he just doesn't himself, and it's just hilarious.
He addressed the camera a few episodes back.
He's an actual abuse victim. You're gaslighting him.
It's the same for me. I've not got a dad. He lets me know every episode.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not either, to be fair. But
yeah, but mine did love me.
Yeah.
What was the question? Sorry.
So like, I was talking
Did your
about
dad love you?
No,
fair.
No.
Yeah.
Got a better relationship now than we did when we were younger, though.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Very, very intense there. No, what I was saying is like I find it really impressive when someone's so far away from what I do. Is it like that music wise, like, or do you think I'll give that a like? How did you sort of pick the style that you were going for, or is it something?
It's not really a pick. It's more. I think it's more. That was my skill level, or in terms of
your lane.
I can play the guitar in one way, and I write that kind of song.
Yeah.
So it's all very simple, but I think a lot of the time simple music is often the stuff that kind of gets you to the mainstream. So you said it before about Oasis being a basic bitch. It's all very simple, but in the 90s they were the biggest band.
Yeah.
And a lot of the early Beatles stuff, very simple. A lot of the kind of mainstream.
Quite different at the time though, wasn't it, the Beatles?
But in terms of their very early stuff, it's all like 3 chords.
What is your opinion on Gym Class Heroes?
Gym Class Heroes? Yeah. Cookie Jar's an absolute
bangers.
Bop.
Yeah. That's more my style.
Yeah. What's his name? Travis McCoy?
Yeah. We don't have to take off.
No, the original's better though. For that, the original's better.
Is that him?
He did a cover of.
It's the guy from Fall Out Boy sings that bit though. It's like he's a feature artist on it.
Oh, I've not heard that. I'll have to check that out. You have to put me onto that new music.
I mean, it's him. That
would you ever do some rap?
I was making a joke, and
I do. I wouldn't rap like seriously in one of my songs, but I'll do raps in my covers set.
Yeah,
I'll do American Boy. That tends to go down
really?
well. Yeah. That's one of my favourite ones to do.
Do a bit of Kanye.
Yeah.
Style, yeah.
If you join in with me.
DJ, I know what you're thinking. Rap singer, chain blinger.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking awful. Don't do it, actually. That'll make me feel sad. Fuck Fucking Estelle over here.
Is there any, like, do you know any, what's your proudest rap that you know?
In terms of like speed and getting it right,
Godzilla.
no, I don't like Eminem. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion.
I get why. I like him, but I don't love him. Though.
I think he's massively overrated, but that's just me.
Tell to his face. Start the beef. You've got a profile, lad. Eminem's gonna come. Imagine if Eminem did a diss track
beef with me.
for Finn, like he did Machine Gun Kelly. It's your face and the fucking targets on it.
Someone should have a word with you, bitch. Just be shit like that on it.
Take the mic away from him.
I'd love that. Do you know "Can't Hold Us" by Macklemore? That one. What's yours?
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed.
He's only asked because he has some.
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking the new hit. I get it.
That's the one.
Love it, man. What?
Carry on.
I'm the whitest rapper you've ever met, lad.
What's your rap?
It's Macklemore, you know. It's not even Macklemore. It's Macklemore. Get on that.
I was against you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Now I understand the bullying.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah. Haley Ellis was the same yesterday. She was like, "You're so horrible too," and then 30 minutes later, she was like, "You are a fat cunt."
Yeah, I was telling her things, and I could just tell I was upset.
Yeah, I'm going off you by the minute.
Yeah, I have that effect on people. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I've busted out from
Is that what you do on karaoke?
Featuring Ludacris. Do you know what? I've never done. Shit myself.
Why is the thing flashing? Fucking disco.
We're good.
I've never done karaoke. Never had the
Never.
bottle. Never had the bottle.
I see a special come in.
Dear.
Yeah.
Oh,
was that when you were such cerebral palsy?
Okay, well, like and subscribe. Oh, fucking hell. Do you do karaoke? Have you ever done karaoke?
Yeah, I used to do Mockingbird by Eminem. I'm not making that up.
Oh no, fuck off, did you? You can't say
baby,
shit.
Don't you cry,
God.
it's gonna be alright.
Oh my God.
And I actually did Close Off by the Gym Class Heroes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Gym Class Heroes thing wasn't a joke.
Why
is that flashing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's have a
It's very distracting. We'd rather put it off than have it flash. Right, I think it's sound time. What did you say to me?
You were embarrassing yourself by telling us that you sang Mockingbird by Eminem at karaoke.
Something like that.
Oh, fucking... Is that before
I
you
did
discovered...
Dynamite by Tyle Cruz as well.
True. I got a funny story about that one.
Go on.
So the summer that came out, I was in Turkey, listening to that and just singing it. And my dad's got an uncle with one arm.
What is that for? I don't know why I'm laughing. Sorry.
I didn't know the reasoning behind the one arm until afterwards. But I was singing Dynamite.
Did he get blown off by Dynamite? That's fucking funny.
You got it. You got it in one. I got bollocked by my mum for singing Dynamite.
She thought it was a dig.
Yeah, she thought I was doing it on purpose, but he blew his own arm off with Dynamite.
Like this, huh? Then he's like, "You little shit." Do you know what I've been
so
through?
Insensitive.
Yeah, so that song will always remind me of that.
Oh, people fuck about with fireworks and shit, man. I can't.
All right, fucking Katy Perry. Stop it.
This is what Turkey was like in I think it must have been the 70s. This guy also shot his own dad. Separate story. So the fishermen used to go out to the middle of the sea and just, instead of using like a net, they would just put dynamite under the water.
Like something out of the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
Literally blow the fish out of the water.
They'd blow the fish up. So then they'd all float. And then they'd go with a net and do it. But one day he set it off too early. Arm gone.
Fucking.
That's so funny.
mental.
Imagine the fish are like, and then they called you Finn. I bet they didn't
waving
like that.
goodbye with his own arm. See you later, lads.
What's up, guys? The podcast is growing and we're dead happy, but we need your help.
What we need is for you to start sending us in your most embarrassing moments, the worst things that you've ever done to yourself or someone else, and most importantly, what you want to get off your chest.
So email us in at spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com, and if it's not shit, we'll read it out in a future episode. But I've got faith in you. It'll be fine. Pause it here. Go and send us something in, and then we'll read it out. Do it.
And as always, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, give us 5-star ratings on all the platforms that'll let you do it. It just means that more people will find us, and it's a big, big help.
Like we said, the podcast is growing quicker than we expected, and we're buzzing with the support. We really are, but we want to grow bigger. If you can, please keep telling your friends about us. Drop the link to the episode into your group chats and help us spread more negativity. You're the greatest. We love you. Let's get back to the episode.
You got Turkish things going on?
Huh?
That was such a right turn. What?
What did that mean?
You got Turkish things going on? You like got Turkish background, Joe?
Did you not know that? I thought you knew that.
No, I don't check out people's fucking ethnic background.
That's
That's
just
my
Talked
problem.
about so much on Have a Word.
Yeah, that's all I'm pretty much known for. Yeah, my dad's Turkish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I saw your surname, I thought it was like Polish.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
How would you say it, do you reckon?
Oh, God. Kulovuz?
It's fine. He's nailed it.
Did I?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's
See.
boring. We'll cut
Yeah.
that out.
Look at me. Look at
Do you
me.
want me to butcher it? We'll re-record it. I'll butcher it.
Is Tuffy interesting, or is that just...
No, it's literally just an ancient misspelling of the name Duffy. It's genuinely what it came up on, like a history search. Someone was either trying to fucking hide and change their name from Duffy to Tuffy, or they were just a dumb
Duffy's
fuck and
Irish,
spelt
though, isn't
wrong.
it?
So is Tuffy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
I think
story.
that's pretty much what you asked, wasn't it? He was like, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Tuffy's Irish, yeah. Yeah, like I met another Tuffy at a gig once, my head fell off. I've never met another Tuffy in the wild. We walked into the... What?
Your head fell off.
It did, my head
I
fell
could
off.
understand his if he was just in, like, I don't know, Bootle and was like, oh, Cullivers, that's mad, isn't it? But
Are you messing? Tuffy's not a common name. I've never met a Tuffy that I'm not related to. It's the first time it's ever happened. For all I know, fucking Cullivers could be like Smith in Turkey. Is it?
No. It's a spelling mistake again, but I didn't want to lead us down that comedy cul-de-sac again.
Yeah. All right, then I won't tell the story about...
Go on.
Tuffy.
Your head
No,
fell
no,
off
no,
because you
I'm
met
done.
a Tuffy.
Yeah.
that's the end of the story,
that was
isn't
the
it?
end of
You're
it.
acting like all coy, like, right, I'm not finishing it, but there's no end, is there?
The maddest thing was that we found out at this, like, as we were walking into the club. So I walked up. It was the Frog and Bucket. It was the Gong Show, and I was signing up for the night. And as we walked in, I signed my name. And he said, "Can I take your name, lads?" I told him I signed it. Well, he didn't say lad because he wasn't a Scouser. And then the couple behind me walked in. Do you know what? Fuck you, no. I take a vow of silence for the rest of the pod. Continue without me.
Every Scouser makes every character in a story Scouse.
Yeah.
No matter where they are.
I'm just as much a Scouser as you are in the eyes of Scousers, lad. I'm from Wallasey. You're from Rill. We may as well be from the same place as far as they're concerned.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry
a
for
Wall-
offending
I'm a
Liverpool.
Wall too.
I feel like that's something I can do nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, you've got cred, haven't you?
Yeah. I've got white socks on as well. My dress sense has changed since working with them. I think it's probably for the better. I was wearing
Look sharp
in
today.
high school. I was mocked occasionally for the odd T-shirt I'd wear, but I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's.
I used to wear. There's one T-shirt that my mates still rinse me for because I wore it for one day and I was like, okay, never again. I wore. It was the slush puppy bear, and then my head was the head of the
It's not a bear.
or
It's
whatever
a dog.
it is. Dog. Yeah.
Isn't it a dog?
Sorry.
It's a puppy.
sorry.
It's
No,
a
you're
slush
the dickhead.
puppy.
Yeah.
You're the dickhead.
No, he's right. He's right.
It's a slush
He's
puppy.
right.
He
It's a
is a
slush puppy.
dickhead.
Sorry. Mandela effect or something. I'm tired. Leave me alone, Liam. So the slush puppy dog. It was the slush puppy dog, massive on a red T-shirt, and then it was my head. And I was too old to be wearing that.
But that's when they wanted you to do it like you had cerebral palsy.
That was the day I got cast. Yeah. We found him.
So you have had like an improvement to your fashion sense because of them? Is it 'cause you
Yeah,
represent a
it's
brand
also
now?
helped that I've had to get a whole new wardrobe because none of my clothes fit. That did help because it was.
Just trying to rub in the fact you lost a significant amount of weight. Nice
It
one.
wasn't in a good way. It was just through not eating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Vegetarianism.
You a veggie?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So when he was talking about the meat dress before, I was like,
He's broccoli
swear to
dress.
God, yeah.
imagine the vegetarian version of the meat dress. Just pure avocados and that.
It's just corn.
Yeah.
Head to toe Linda McCartney.
I'm going to do a feature with you, lad. I'm going to slide into one of our features. I'm going to ask you a question.
Smooth.
Yeah, see what I did. I even did the hand action.
Yeah.
Slid right into it.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing you've ever done?
Barring the cerebral palsy.
No, that's... I heard it was a great
The
performance.
worst thing I've ever done.
You heard, did you?
From Finn.
Okay. It's not going to be as bad. I don't know. What's the worst one you've had? So then I can compare it.
It's hard for us to remember. We get
bit
so
of a-
much
it's
shite.
What's one that comes to mind then?
Rob Thomas was like tax avoidance and killing a cat.
Rob Thomas was about 5 things he couldn't think.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, but that's not bad. And then he'd move on to something else heinous.
Yeah. What else have we had? We don't ask that question all that often, do we?
No,
The worst thing someone's ever done. We had, last episode, someone sent something in. Where, no, not last episode, the one before, where they'd sucked poo off of their own finger after fingering their girlfriend's ass.
Yep.
Just because they didn't want her to be embarrassed, so they, rather than tell her.
It's fucking hideous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just wiping on a curtain like any self-respecting person would.
So that, to give you an idea, that's
Okay.
the sort of level we're looking for. You ever sucked any shit?
Not on purpose.
That's a special waiting to happen. No, I'm joking.
Not on purpose sucking any shit. I've been a pretty good boy in general. In general. The worst one I can think of is probably accepting a drug deal from a 10-year-old.
He was the DJ's assistant.
Yeah.
He had an in. You know what I mean? It made sense.
Yeah. It was when I was in Salford.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a given, isn't it?
You don't have to feel bad now, lad.
It was when I was in Salford. I phoned a new number up, and the guy on the phone didn't sound like a child. It was a grown man, but they sent a kid on like a little. It was like a toy bike, like
Like in the Hangover when they
it didn't have stabilizers. I would have drawn the line at
just come
stabilizers.
rocking up on like an easy ride. That's right. What's up, big man?
Honestly, not far about that. And he was like, "All right, mate. How much did you want?"
Where's he from?
It's a Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. I can't do.
No, I actually thought you did it well.
How high were you that you thought Kermit the Frog delivered you weed?
I've been that high many times. He's like, "How much do you want?" I was like, "It's not great."
Really
is it?
committing
It
himself
sounds
to
like
that.
that. What's that? What's that fucking? It sounds like Tiny Tim.
You're not insufferable.
I won't press. And I remember feeling guilty about that for a while. That's not that bad, is it?
What sort of
Think
drugs?
about it.
I get why you
It's
think
just
that was
weed.
frowned upon.
Right, yeah.
It's just some weed. It wasn't ideal though.
If it's heroin, it's probably a bit.
Yeah, I've shit myself in a taxi.
What were the events that led to the moment?
Oh, it was like side effects of some tablets. So the worst part, like if you
sneak with code word 10.
if you're pissed and you shit yourself, you've kind of got like a get out of jail card, or not that. It's more that I don't know. I've only shit myself once when I've been drunk. Shit myself a few times. That didn't.
I did it pre-night out once. I think I've talked about this.
Pre-night out?
Yeah. I had a curry, and then I was washing up my plate and my bowl and shit. And I needed the toilet. I thought I had enough time washing up my stuff, and yeah, I didn't.
Oh, so you were like, I can't be arsed, dry my hands, and then coming back and having to fucking get them wet again to wash up.
Yeah, so I was just.
So you like that scrubbing the bowl as quick as possible to
and then I had to
Aladdin?
mop. That was rough.
Oh, lad.
Did it trickle down your leg? Yeah, no, I was in Tesco's. I was walking around going, right, like I got towards the end of the shop. I was like, oh, this isn't good. And there was no toilets in the shop. It was during COVID, so it's not even that long ago.
Yeah, you've just put a timestamp on that.
Yeah. So I got in the taxi. We went over a bump. We went over a big bump. And
that was the cat Rob Thomas killed. You were in his taxi.
I like how the speed, but we went over a bump. It was a
massive.
big one.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, Oblivion it was.
And I not a good shit. It wasn't a solid. So that came out.
I like to think you'd be able to control a solid.
Where
it's
you
a given,
pissed?
isn't it?
Where you
No,
pissed?
sober. It was just like a bad side effect with a tablet I was on at that point. I was on some antibiotics.
That's horrendous. But yeah, like Aaron said, it's not going to be. If it was a solid, you'd be able to hold it back. Yeah, Jesus.
But I was just worried the whole way whether the guy would have known.
You just didn't want to pay the 30 quid to clean his car.
No.
Did you keep it?
I was sat like this the whole way, like I'm already shaking now. Like I was fucked. Not good. Not good.
I have tricep dips in the back of his taxi.
Yeah.
No, what's up? Nothing.
Yeah.
I have trauma over shitting myself when I was a kid. Like, do you know when you have those traumatic incidents that like stay with you? I was at like a party, like in a kids' play area. It was called like Jumping Jacks. I was having a whale of a time, having a great time, and I don't even remember the incident happening. But just whilst having such a good time, just happened to shit myself, and just the shit was in my pants, and I was just carried on having a good time. Then my dad comes to pick me up with me granddad, because my dad didn't drive, my granddad did, so they both come. And I'm in the car, and I'm in the back, they're in the front. And I just heard my dad saying to his granddad, like, you smell that? You smell shit? To my granddad, and my granddad's like, yeah, smell shit. And my dad turns over to me just dead nicely at first, like, you shit your pants? And I was like, no. And he was like, he's like, we need to check these pants. I was a dead young kid, right?
How old dead?
Like early primary school. Do you know when it's like so young, but it's vivid because of the shame and embarrassment.
It's a core
I felt.
memory.
Yeah, it's a core memory. Yeah. And I just remember like, I remember seeing like a cake, like looking down at my pants down and seeing like a cake of poo. Just like kind of like a pat just sat there, and my dad telling me that I'd embarrassed him in front of his dad. So I felt the shame.
His dad loved him though.
That's what I was just thinking. That's literally what I was waiting to say. That's fucking worrying, because you shat yourself in front of your dad and he's still stuck around. I didn't even shit myself, and man was like, yeah, we'll see you next time.
And I still bear the shame of 2 generations of the family.
Well, you've trumped me. I need to.
Yeah, literally.
You just did an Aaron joke.
Fire. I need to.
No, we did it.
I keep thinking I need to be a bit more kind of, not rebellious, but I need to just...
I wasn't
No, not that. I'm talking about my story.
I'll show you, Dad.
Yeah, shit his pants in front of his granddad. Fuck the system.
Talk about my stories. I feel like I've not got the kind of... When people are like, what's the worst thing you've done? Like, that shouldn't be the worst thing, should it?
Yeah, but there's the worst thing you can say on record.
No, I think that's the worst thing.
I mean, shitting yourself in that's his job. He picked up someone else after that. And you said nothing. You've definitely left some tear behind in the car. The car will have stunk. He's too polite to question you about it. He's got to pay a fee to get it cleaned. You are scum.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for making me feel shit. That's what I needed right then. In that moment,
well,
that's
it could
what
have
I
been
needed.
worse. Could have been cleaning shit. Much like he did.
I know.
Yeah,
You just feel it.
I know. I am scum.
Have we ever divulged the worst thing we've ever done? Because I don't think we ever have.
I
one.
did one of mine a couple episodes back. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
you called me a piece of shit for
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but it's generally.
Well, I'm curious now. Go on.
No, genuinely, I'm sort of in the same boat as you. Like, I can't really think of anything I've done.
I'll just
Just
like
be nice guys, innit?
Just
be a nice, friendly white man.
Three straight white men sat in a fucking podcast studio going, look how nice we are. Doesn't really
I've done
lend itself
nothing
to us
wrong.
being nice, does it?
No, and we won't get anywhere. It's the ones that fucking wank over each other that are getting to the top of the food
It's a
chain.
weird way to end the podcast, lad.
Especially when Adam Rose smashing it.
There's some biscuits over there.
You got any controversial opinions? Please don't be racist, Finn.
Well, now I don't.
Why else did he shit in his taxi?
Mahmood. It's all right. I'm one of them.
One of them. One of them what?
Foreigners.
All right.
Yeah, that's me.
Welsh.
Yeah. Controversial opinions. Mine are all probably like music opinions.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think Eminem shit.
That's it.
I think it's that controversial. I think people are just too afraid to say it because he comes at people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's shit. I think he's very talented at what he does.
Overrated then, sorry. Yeah, I will rephrase it, because Ass Like That is a tune.
That's doing. That's the one you go to.
Yeah.
It's the only one he can play on the guitar. Doing, doing, doing. With just one string left.
That's true. I also think, controversially, Lady Gaga is an unbelievably talented musician whose work should be admired by everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah. Which songs in particular do you think are good?
All of them. The Star Is Born soundtrack, amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm like concerned. Like, do you want people to know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's not.
I'm going to cut this bit. Like, we've made little jokes about it, but do you? You don't want it to come across like you have nicked it.
If I haven't.
No,
so
I know.
I'm not bothered.
But
what you want to tell? We can tell.
no, I don't want to tell. That's the point. I don't want it to look like you have nicked it. You know what people are like. I just didn't want it to, because the way you said
I feel
that.
like
then
I'm watching
about
Mum and Dad get a divorce here.
I'm just genuinely looking out for you because the way you said that
you don't want to draw attention.
Should be admired. It looks like.
Oh no, it was
people have cottoned on and you're trying to.
No, it's just a joke. I didn't know until today. I've never heard that song.
Have you ever been like
exactly what someone else who stole the songs would say?
Just talking about like not drawing attention to things and people like.
Well, that's been cut, hasn't it, you pleb?
Have you ever? Shut the fuck up. Just keep it in. Stop being a bitch. Have you ever been recognised at a moment when you really don't want to be recognised?
Yeah. There's a couple.
That gig a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, there was one. So it's coming up to a year. So it was the day my nan died.
Oh, lad.
Yeah. I was... so we got... My mum was still...
The priest was like, is that the Finter?
Even I've got a mic.
I love the lids. I love him.
Yeah, so my mum was still at the hospital. We just had the phone call. It was like, your nan's passed away. So my brother and sister were like, my sister went, I want some cigarettes. My brother went, he wanted a can of Rio. It was very specific.
Tropical
yeah, tropical.
Two different ends of the grief spectrum, that, innit?
I was like, sure, I'll go to the shop.
He was just shitting himself in taxis left, right and centre. That's all you were doing.
I got into the shop. It's the shopkeeper there and one other guy. I'm walking about, pick up the Rio, and there's a guy just looking at me funny. I was like, it was real, so I was like, that's normal. That's a normal occurrence.
The real handshake.
I got to the counter, put the stuff down, went, can I have a pack of B&H, please? And the other guy that was in there went, it's you, innit? It's you. I went, hello. Because I wasn't used to, it was literally a couple of months. No,
really? Yeah.
It was just after the thank you show, that we did. So that's like August last year. He pointed, it's you, isn't it? You're Finn from Have a Word. I went, yeah, I am, mate. And I was just thinking, oh, that's it. And he was like, can I get a selfie? So I had a selfie with him.
You were there holding your fucking a load of flowers that said "Nan."
He's got a can of Rio in one hand, a pack of Benny Hedges
trauma on his shoulders.
That's true. that bit's true. Can of Rio, but then like just out of shot, and I'm like,
a frame of his nan.
So that's my probably worst one to get recognised.
So sad. And you were a trooper. Did you get?
I did it. I did the photo, and he tweeted it. Yeah, because.
I know it'll be
find it in a minute. I'll find it in a minute.
But I want to see it, fucking hell, lad. Oh, power to you though for doing anything for the fans.
Yeah, I'm a pro, man. I'm a pro.
So funny.
Joe, like obviously you've got a fucking massive fan base. Have you ever? Is there any like memorable like usernames that you've seen?
Usernames.
Mad usernames coming up.
There was a guy that used to really fancy Carl. He used to like. Yeah, a guy. And he used to, and then when I joined, he'd tag me on the end of it. So he was always like, listening to Have a Word lids. Jesus Christ, isn't Carl good looking? And also Finnlay K. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I liked him. He's gone away. I don't know what's happened to him. Who knows? Usernames. No, I can't think of any weird new usernames. You see the same names a lot of the ones that are very vocal, and that's great. And then meeting them, putting the name to the face is always nice. I don't think there's any weird usernames. I got a DM the other day saying, if I send you some money, will you send me some pictures of your abs? I've not responded.
They were wildly misinformed.
Yeah, they really were. But I don't know what I could charge now. Is it like Cameo? Like I can put it a bit higher. Now I've got a bit of status. Yeah. I can be like, actually, these are celeb abs.
What would it be, like a tenner per ab?
That's bleak.
Make £2.
Yeah, minus 60 quid.
Yeah, we've been seeing like some like obviously we're a growing young podcast, Finn, seeing new usernames coming through and stuff. My favourite one I've seen is just it's just fucking Pablo Tescobar. Just don't get why you choose a name like that. And Fat Cock Daz. Fat Cock Daz has stuck with me.
Fat Cock Daz.
Fat Cock Daz with a PH.
That's one of his missus fans.
Fat Cock Daz. That's how he wants to be known by the world.
I'd love to be known as Fat Cock Finn. I'm gonna
Fat Cock Finn's quite funny, actually.
The second I said that, I regretted it.
Hashtag Fat Cock Finn.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
You know what to do.
Please don't.
Don't listen to him.
Don't need this.
Don't listen to him. You know what to do. Oh my god, this has been fun, man. Thanks for coming on, we really appreciate it. If you're new to the podcast and you're watching because Finn's on, you've come because you're one of the fucking lids or whatever, first of all, thanks, we appreciate it. And we do a section at the end called Off Your Chest, where we invite the guest or a listener just to get something off their chest, something that's happened to them this week, this month, this year, anything that Dan's done, Adam's done, Carl's done.
It's got to be about a person.
It doesn't have to be, it could be about you.
Me.
Could be like something you've noticed when yourself. Maybe you shit yourself a lot involuntarily. Anything that you want to get off your chest.
What has happened to the UK?
Oh,
there's one.
Oh yeah, Steven's on his soapbox.
Someone went to Turkey. Fucking seeing how valuable the lira was. The
fishing reform. Get more dynamite.
Everything's gone to shit. Everything since. I don't know if it's like.
Sorry to cut you off, but put it in perspective. Haley ranted about In the Night Garden episodes being too long, and you want to change the way the country is.
Which I'm all on.
I'll take a step back and just say that the new iOS update is not actually very fun, and it's getting on my nerves.
But anyway, the UK. I've not got that update yet. I'm not going to. I'm going to turn off auto update.
It's just
what
shit.
were you saying, lad?
I just think I didn't realise I was getting on my soapbox. Don't know.
It's cool.
But I found it funny the
juxtaposition. Yeah. No, it's
what
just
do you mean for the UK. Talk us through.
Everything seems to have just got worse.
I haven't noticed.
No. Petrol. That's the most annoying at the minute.
Yeah. It's genuinely infuriating. I'm actually as someone that doesn't have much money, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that to light. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, I don't know how it continues. It came down like by 4p, and I messaged Beth and was like, "Oh my god, you're not going to believe this! £1.83 for petrol now. What a bargain!" And then I caught myself. I was like, "What?"
I got back off holiday. I was like, fucking down to 187. Yes, come on.
It's just fucking mental, innit? We're on a knife's edge, and fucking when the leaders are fucking off, that's when you know.
I took the name of the podcast a bit too literally.
No, you didn't, man. Spread that negativity.
No, that's the whole point.
That's what Off Your Chest is all about. It's about fucking getting that shit. Because if you keep that in, do you know what I mean? Nothing's going to change. Yeah. This is your platform, mate. Boris is watching.
We need a revolution.
Yeah. We've given Finn a platform. Finally. Finally, someone has given Finn a platform.
I've been waiting. This is why they don't give me the mic. Fuck the UK.
Fuck the Tories down the
fuck the Tories.
No, the whole concept is anti-negativity, basically, where we just like, if you do feel a certain way about something, we'll talk about it, have a laugh about it, because otherwise it's just fucking depressing, isn't it?
Yes. You've got to laugh at shit, haven't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
My mood didn't.
No.
My mood was not laughing. He did not find it funny, not one bit.
I gave him 1 star.
Did you try and say you negged him?
Yeah, I said,
you gaslighted him.
I texted him, I said, I think he shit himself.
He gets it come through, and he's just like, "So was that me?"
He checks his own pants.
Have you ever smelled something bad and been like, "Is that me?" Yeah, you fucked with his head. You were like, "Oh, I don't know if it's that bad." Before, you're a horrible person. Oh, fucking hell.
Just plug your song, lad.
New song came out a couple of weeks ago. It's called I Think I Do. Sounds a lot like a Lady Gaga song. I Think I Do. Finnlay K. It's on social media. You can find
got
it.
the other one coming out. What's it called? Blackjack Face. That's dead good.
Yeah.
Good romance.
Yeah. Deep.
Huh? Deep. Did you say good romance?
Yeah. I went for an Aaron joke, swing and a miss.
I did as well. Mine was the opposite of shallow.
Oh, yeah. I was because I couldn't make the fucking connection.
Yeah, I think I do. Cheers.
Oh,
Thanks for having me.
It's a sick song as well. Check it out.
Cheers,
It's really
mate.
good.
Thank you.
thanks for coming on, lads.
Give us 3 things that you hate, man.
I hate my car. My car's falling to pieces. I hate Amazon Prime. Not the service, because that's useful. Amazon Prime Video is a load of shit. It just doesn't work. There's no point. And there's good stuff on there, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, fucking get
and
on it,
also, YouTube adverts.
Don't say that as a fucking guy that puts 1 million in one episode.
I don't choose to. That's another
fucking
discussion. It
infuriating.
is,
I
isn't
love
it?
YouTube adverts. I love anything. That
We're not even monetized, you fucking...
Well, you're not gonna be if you're behaving like that. So shut the fuck up. We'll get the adverts. See you later.
You actually scared me a little bit then.